Bottom says a twisty, unput-downable psychological thriller. I finally found the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've been looking for this for so long. Hi guys! Welcome to my channel. It's Erica if you don't know me. I'm currently sitting outside of a Goodwill in a big parking lot. I'm gonna go into Goodwill, do some thrifting, but I'm specifically thrifting for books. Lately I've been really into books. I mean, I've always loved books, but I've been really into like thrifting books and also like watching thrifting videos on people like finding books, and it's kind of motivated me to do the same. I've always been into thrifting books and thrifting in general, but watching these videos has kind of given me that like extra motivation. I never buy books brand new, like unless it's a book that I know I'm never gonna find and that is part of a series that I really need. I will not buy books brand new. So basically all the books that I own I have thrifted or been like gifted to me. So yeah, I'm gonna go into Goodwill. I'm gonna kind of show you what I find and hopefully I can find some goodies. I do have like a list of books that I want to find to read. I have a TBR as well, so hopefully I can find some of those. And then I'm gonna be probably hitting up a few different bookstores, all thrift stores. So like I have a few different Goodwills, some Value Villages. And so yeah, I'm gonna go in, see what I can find, and then go from there. Alright, so this bookstore is a Goodwill, and it's probably my favorite Goodwill that's near my area. Unfortunately, it actually is the farthest drive away from my house, but I don't mind the drive if I find a lot of good books here, which I usually do. So I'm just going to give you kind of like an overlook of things that caught my eye right off the bat. You'll see me kind of picking up books, putting it back. I might show you the back a little bit just to give you a bit of a description, but that's usually what I do when I go book shopping. Anything that the spine draws my attention, I will pick it up, give it a read, and also check the year, check the condition of the book. This one here, The Witches of Moonshine Manor, I've actually never heard of, but this was actually fall time when I was shopping, so I got really drawn to it because it seemed like a really like spooky kind of witchy book, obviously. I checked the condition and it was almost brand new, so I did end up picking that one up. Next, I found all 3 books of the Hunger Games series. I've actually never read them myself, but these books were in amazing condition, so I took a better look at them and then kind of analyzed them a bit. I realized I probably wouldn't read them. I just liked the idea of having the series, so I didn't end up picking those up. Next, I'm just going through the books that I found that I was really interested in. I think these ones are actually the ones that I ended up picking up. And then, like I said, the Hunger Games ones I ended up putting away. So I'm just giving you an overview of all the bookshelves. There are, I think I want to say like 6 bookshelves with like maybe 6 or 7 shelves, so it is quite large of a selection. Does take me a bit of a time to go through, but it is worth it. And if you have a lot of patience like I do and you're looking for something specific, then it's a really good place to go to look for books for a much cheaper price. And like I said, I actually don't buy any books brand new. I always thrift them, and I always have pretty good luck as well, so I like to come here. This Woman on the Edge book I keep hearing a lot about. If you've read it and it's good, please let me know, because I do see it a lot and I'm not sure if that means it's good or it's bad. Couple Next Door I just haven't read yet. Usually there's a lot of sections that are just like cookbooks too, so I tend to kind of skip over those. Occasionally you do find books that aren't in that category in there, like as a hidden gem, but not too often. So next I'm heading into Value Village, another good place for books. It's just a little bit more pricey, but still cheaper than the bookstore. I also found The Wife Between Us, which was on my TBR and my to find list, but when I picked it up, the condition of it was pretty crappy, so I put it back. Ruth Ware, I didn't end up picking up the It Girl, but I honestly wish I did because I have a collection of Ruth Ware books and I do quite like her writing. Again, I'm looking for appealing spines, authors that I know, or just covers that I think look appealing. I found a second copy of This Is Where It Ends, but I already picked up the softcover copy and I actually prefer softcover over hardcover. This one I could not believe. I was so happy. The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I had been looking for so long. I could not find it. Refused to buy it brand new because it was too expensive, and I finally found it. This is the pile of books that I have so far. You see, I just put them down while I look at other books, but keep them close by so no one else mistakes them for just books somebody put back. I do find a lot of really old books as well at the thrift store, or a lot of repeated titles that just have different covers, so if you're someone that collects different covers, then I would suggest coming to the thrift store.
Okay, I know you can like barely see me, but I'm trying to be quiet and my phone is literally on the shoe rack right now, but I just wanted to show you that how excited I am with the books that I found. So I finally found The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've been looking for this for so long. It's not in perfect condition, but honestly, it will do because I have not been able to find it at all. I also found This Is Where It Ends. This is another one that's been on my TBR and the one I've been hunting for a really long time. So, and this is like brand new condition, so I'm really excited about that. Then I found The Way I Used to Be. I found it before and I put it back, but I regretted not getting it. And I got Forgotten Guide to Happiness. That's this one. I read the back. It sounds cute. And then the one I'm most excited for, The House Across the Lake by Riley Lager. I keep hearing really good things about this, and I think it's a fairly new book as well. So finding it, I'm like so happy to find it at the thrift store.
Alright, so next up is a different Goodwill location. This one is alright as well. It just has a bit of a smaller selection, but there are days when you can find some really good finds. As you can see, it is a bit smaller. There aren't as many shelves, and I think the shelves aren't as tall. This book, White Ivy, I actually just heard about, which is so funny because it sounded interesting, and then I ended up going thrifting the next day and finding it. So here's me just checking out the spines again, seeing what appeals to me. Sometimes I'll look at the cover and say never mind, sometimes I'll pull it out and read the back. It all depends on the mood that I'm in and how many books I'm looking for. another Mockingjay book. I find that every thrift store has Hunger Games series. Which is another reason I didn't pick them up, because if I ever do need to read them, I know I'll be able to find them. So these are the books that I found. White Ivy, The Wife Upstairs. This was like a graphic novel. I was really intrigued by it, but I wanted to pick it up, but I realized like once I read it, what am I gonna do with it? Like, yeah, I can donate it back, but I do like collecting my books, so I didn't end up picking that one up. Unorthodox Love, I didn't pick that one up either. And then Fortunes of Jaded Woman is a book I've never heard of, but it sounded really intriguing to me, so I did pick that one up. Hi guys, so I'm back from my book shopping and thrifting and all that. I just got home, had some dinner, and then changed into some comfy clothes. So now that I'm home, I want to do a haul of everything that I got. I'm so excited. I found so many good books that were on my TBR, books that I was searching for, books in general that just sounded good, like something I would want to read. So super excited about that. So I'll try and tell you where I got everything, but I might not remember exactly, but where I bought the books was all Goodwills or Value Villages. So this book is called The Way I Used to Be. It is by Amber Smith. I've heard of this book before. I actually found it, read the back, and then it sounded interesting and I was like almost gonna get it. I almost got it, but then I ended up putting it back. But when I found it again, I was actually really happy. So I'm like, I better not pass up on it this time. Next book is The Forgotten Guide to Happiness. First thing that drew me to this is the cover. It's pretty, I like the colors. It's by Sophie Jenkins. I don't think I've ever heard of her, but I always look books up on Goodreads or like just Google it to see how the reviews are, and the reviews were pretty good, so I did pick it up. The next one is a book that I've been looking for a long time. I do thrift all my books, so I was really excited to pick this one up. It's called This Is Where It Ends. It says everyone has a reason to fear the boy with the guns. Next one, everybody knows this book, even right on the cover. It says over 1 million copies sold. It's by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This one has also been on my TBR for a long time. It is in a bit of like rougher shape. Like the peel on the cover is kind of coming off a little bit, but honestly, like the inside is completely legible. So very excited about that. The next one, I was also like, I grabbed it so fast because I was like, oh my gosh, like I've been looking for this forever. It's The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. I've had this on my TBR for a while. I like the cover. It sounds like appealing to something I would like. Next one is The Lost Apothecary. It's by Sarah Penner. I looked it up and it was like really expensive on Indigo. And it's also in like brand new condition. And again, it was $3.29 from Goodwill, and the cover price in Canada is $24.99. So what a steal there. Next one is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. This is another one that I literally, it was actually like kind of, it was on the shelf like kind of sideways, and then I checked because naturally I'm like either someone put it there to hide or it was just like laziness putting it back. But I've had this on my TBR and I've also heard really great things about this. I know a lot of people are reading this. It's also basically brand new, like there's literally no damages. It's honestly maybe not even read. The next one's a book that I've never heard of. It's called The Witches of Moonshine Manor, and since it's like almost Halloween, fall time, anything with the title like witches in it, I get really drawn to. Next one is the last book that I picked up of the day, Romance Book Club. I've been hearing a lot about this book and I've seen it in other people's videos, reading it and all that, so I'm really excited that I found it. And then I have two more books that I found. It's called White Ivy. It's by Susie Yang. It looks like this. And it's kind of like a psychological thriller, I think. The bottom says a twisty, unput-downable psychological thriller. So I'm really excited for that. That is definitely up my alley. The very last book that I got, and it's called The Fortunes of Jaded Women. So the cover looks like this. It's by Carolyn Hune. That is my haul of the day. Honestly, I am so happy. Like, I cannot believe that I found a good chunk of books that were on my TBR or on my books that I wanted to find. I got 11 books and 6 out of 11 are ones that were on my TBR. Again, they're from either Goodwill or Value Village. Value Village books are getting a little bit more expensive, I'm finding. But the one good thing is if you buy 4, you get 1 free. I'm gonna have to go like figure out where I'm gonna put these, how I'm gonna organize them, that kind of thing. But I'm actually gonna make a whole separate video on like organizing my bookshelves. So that will come soon enough. Stay tuned because I have lots of exciting content coming up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along with me on my book shopping spree. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!